There's times that you have to turn off the cell phone, that you have to shut things down and spend time just recharging yourself. I know for me personally, that's time that I get to work in my garden. And it's a time where I recharge. That works for me. For other people, it may be their workout, their running, their conditioning, whatever they do. Also, in terms of the self-care, one thing that's helped me immensely has been my reaching out to colleagues for support. There have been people throughout my years, I could never be where I am if I didn't have those people that I could call, ask for input, get perspective, and help me out with what I'm doing. We don't have all the answers. And I encourage you, reach out to those other people. Get perspective, get support, get insight. Critical. Can't emphasize that enough. Because if you're going to be giving this energy out, make sure you're getting some time to recharge, rejuvenate, and keep it so that you're enjoying what you're doing. Because as I said earlier, sport is a very passionate environment, and you have to bring some passion to that field. Final thing I want to talk about, and is something I've really seen from great athletes that I've worked with over the years. They're constantly trying to get better at what they do. And as sports psychology consultants, we have to get better. We have to constantly be reading, staying up in the literature, staying up in the research. We also have to attend conferences. I find for me that's very effective, where I hear what other colleagues are doing, what's going on. Reading books, and not just in sports psychology, but biographies, people in other fields, what they're doing, business books, executive coaching books, psychology books, whatever. Keep the reading going. Keep getting better and learning. Also, as we've mentioned throughout this program, spending time to reflect on what you're doing. Those car rides home, those airplanes, going over, what did I learn? And tied into that learning that has helped me is constantly talking with coaches, talking with athletes. One of my favorite questions to ask a coach is to be standing at practice and ask her, as she's looking out at her team practice, I love to ask them, what are you seeing? What are you seeing out there? One, it gets them thinking, and two, it gives me an idea for their perspective. Another thing is, I always talk about keep it simple. I've been involved in 6 Olympic Games, either directly or indirectly. I've done this work for years, and I can't tell you the number of athletes that have come back and talked to me about the breath and the importance of breathing, the importance of a focal point. Very simple things that can serve as triggers to just put their whole mental game into alignment. Keeping it simple is critical. And as I always say, keep it simple smart. It's not keep it simple stupid. Another thing that's been very important, and we've talked about it throughout the program, is the idea of trusting and developing your intuition. And sometimes you've got to just step back, get centered and balanced, good breath, and let the situation show you what needs to happen. I'm not saying all the time, but there's a lot of art that goes into this that we don't talk about that much. And I think we need to. I think we need to look at that spiritual part of our consulting and just being in that environment and allowing that environment to come to you. And the final thing is remembering that we are a performer. You are delivering the program. You're performing like the athlete is performing. No question about it. And when you do that performance, you want to be in the moment, totally absorbed, and truly enjoying yourself with the passion that goes with it.